It's your boy Mike, welcome back to another Gekishin Squadra video. Gekishin Squadra has a very big roster, as you can see here, that can feel very overwhelming at times. So let's go ahead and talk about what are, in my opinion, the easiest characters to play if you are new to the game. For our first and easiest character, especially for the damage roll, I think it is just going to go ahead and be Goku. Not only does he have a long range attack with the Kamehameha, a close-up attack with the Meteor Hammer, the Kaioken, which can get you out and into situations a lot faster, and a Spirit Bomb that can just be a killer to not only the enemies, but a killer to a lot of the bosses in jungle as well. He is an all-around excellent character and very easy to learn. Again, you just do the Kamehameha at far range. You can also pair that with the Kaioken in order to do more damage. You can then use the Meteor Hammer to get close range and get into combat a lot easier. Or something I like to do is use it to get out and then pair that with the Kaioken to get out of confrontations as well. And again, once you see that somebody is either really close health-wise, or you see that a jungle boss is also close, you can go ahead and use the Spirit Bomb and then combine that with the Kaioken, and the Meteor Smash should just get a confirmed kill like that. On top of that, his abilities get so much better once you get into the later game as well. If we go ahead and get max level for a quick second here and confirm and upgrade all of our abilities, they are so easy to hit. On top of that, the Super Saiyan transformation actually gives you a health boost as well, as you can see here, which can give you some extra health inside of the confrontations that we were talking about earlier. But now that our Kamehameha is max level, it literally hits like half the map with that. The Meteor Smash does the exact same thing. And now you get 2 charges of the Kaioken rather than just 1. So you're able to pair that again with just getting in and out very fast. So let's say that we're fighting the Vegeta here and we need to get out and they're about to kill us. We use the Meteor Hammer that we were talking about earlier, and then the Kaioken to immediately try to rush out of there. And man, this is like an actual just game changer here too. You do the Spirit Bomb at max level as well as the Kaioken to damage boost it, and you're killing nearly everything. If we go ahead and make this Vegeta a level 15 like how we are as well, confirm, we can go ahead and see that the damage is, well, enough to just kill everything. The cards that I would recommend for this character as well are just going to be the Super Snowball, so that way you can build up attack for every single KO or assist you get on an enemy hero. Do keep in mind that you will lose that if you are KO'd. Next, the thing that I personally like to run is Prepare to Die. A lot of the time, you as Goku are going to want to rush in and kill enemies who are trying to run away with that Meteor Smash that we were talking about earlier. Again, just because of the fact that it has such a big AoE and is able to cover such a great distance. So pairing that with a card that is able to give you a boost on characters who have less HP is just going to help out a lot. And the last card that I like to personally pick is Pursuer, giving you a boost in movement speed and a boost in damage anytime that you are running against a anytime that you are basically running towards an enemy who is trying to run away, and all you have to do is land an attack on an enemy with 2 skills within 2 seconds. Well, like how we were talking about earlier, something that you are already going to be doing is using the Kamehameha and then immediately using the Meteor Hammer into that. So guess what? As you can see on the bottom left, the Pursuer card just got activated, and then because the Broly card is going to activate from that as well, it's just a really great pairing into all of these cards into one another. Now, that of course doesn't mean that those are the cards that you should do every single time. Each play style is going to just differ, but those are the ones that I personally like to pick. Let's go ahead and move on to our next character. Just a brief cut in, I forgot to mention the supporters as well. If we use something like World King, who is going to go ahead and boost your allies' attack within the range that we show here, if we just use the Spirit Bomb that we were talking about earlier, we can already see that just by itself alone, it was able to do more than half of the Vegeta's HP. We pair that with the Kaioken, and it just one-shots. And with a range that big, it is almost entirely impossible to get out of it too. Now let's see that again at full health. We'll wait for it to come back up. There we go. And boom, this is with the Kaioken. Look at how low his HP is. And again, if you just pair that with the Meteor Hammer, it's just a guaranteed kill almost every single time. Now let's definitely go back to the other. Let's go to the next hero. The next character I would definitely recommend as a starter is Kale. Now, unfortunately, I don't have her unlocked, so I can't put her in the training and show her a little bit more hands-on like I did before, but we can go ahead and just talk about the abilities and talk about all the stuff that they do, right? So first we have the rush attack, which is just a straightforward energy blast. The next is the blaster shot, which is very, very hard to just miss once you get it later on. Again, just look at the actual range on that. On top of that, you can move while attacking too. Next is the charge force, which is again just another very situational ability where if you think that you're able to kill the enemy before they're able to run away, you can go ahead and just immediately use it and might deal a little bit less damage and it'll have a little bit of less range. Or if you need to do that extra bit of damage, you just charge it up a little bit longer. Not only does it have the bigger AoE, the range, but more damage dealt as well. Then we have lastly the energy key sphere for your regular skills. This is just going to be a straightforward, slowly growing energy blast, which can pressure a lot of enemies from going away from that position, knowing that it's going to deal a lot of damage as well. And when you pair it with other abilities too, it's an even more devastating just ability as well. Lastly, we have the super attack, which is a temporary transformation, and honestly, one of the best ones. Having just so much damage done with this character, getting the massive HP as well, and on top of that, you gain no obstruction. It's just insane to have. Vanishing steps also lunge you forward and give you that attack too, so it's just so insane. Like look at the little just intro that they show for this, right? 1, 2, 3 attacks and Goku's already below half HP. Like, are you serious? That's insane. But that's basically it for the 2 damage rolls. Both Kale and Goku will have different use scenarios, but they are by far some of the easiest characters to get, or the easiest characters to learn, hands down. Let's go ahead and move over to our next role. Next, we have Vegeta for our tank class. Not only does he have the Super Saiyan transformation at level 7 like Goku does, he also has the passive Princess Pride, which gives him a ability buff when he is getting lower on health, so it shortens his cooldown when his HP gets below a certain range. He has the rush attack similar to Goku. He has an energy volley, which is just basically ki blasts. The photon bomber, which pulls enemies closer to it. The explosive wave, which pushes enemies back. And the big bang attack, which is similar to basically the spirit bomb like Goku, right? So if we go ahead and see here, something I like to pair well is just the photon bomber immediately into the ultimate. So we do the second ability, and then we have it where we immediately do the ultimate, the big bang attack right into it right afterwards, right? And on top of that, Vegeta also gets armor for every single ability that he uses, except for the photon bomber. But his energy volley gives him armor with each hit. His explosive wave gives him armor with each hit. His bang bang attack gives him armor with each hit. While it is a little bit hard to see here because, well, we're not getting attacked, that little green bar right here is not only armor, but also when you start to get the, like you can see right there, the armor is restoring on the Vegeta, of course. But not only do you get the lower cooldown once your armor is broken and you have the just green bar right here, but all of that bar right there is the your armor that I was talking about earlier. So again, what you're just going to do is just pair the photon bomber either into the energy volley, or you can pair the photon bomber into the big bang attack, because again, they just work so well together. We can just like get the Vegeta's health lower than half health with just that combo alone. Then if you want to just go ahead and have it to where maybe you're not going to win the confrontation, or you see that your ally is getting a little bit close to dying, you just go ahead and push the enemy back and run away after that point. Just a nice thing to have for this guy, right? Basically a move to get out and 3 moves to just do lots and lots of damage. The cards that I like to personally go are either build up or snowball, like how we were talking about earlier. The build up just doing the same thing that snowball does, but defensively, and it doesn't go away. Then for our second card, well, hold on, I have to actually go ahead and click that I want that card first. You can either do the prepare to die, like how we were talking about with the Goku as well, meaning that you'll do more damage to enemies who are below 50% HP, or you can do either of the defensive cards as well. Steel Skin is a nice one that will just take away damage per hit, and the Solid Barrier will greatly reduce your damage from enemy heroes. after you don't take damage for 10 seconds. When you're a person who is just going to be coming back from healing anyways, it's not that hard to just wait 2 seconds, right? Lastly, if you want, you can do Guardian Angel if you need to help a unit out who is, or an ally out who is just taking a little bit too much damage, because this Vegeta has just so much. Or like Goku, you can get something like the Pursuer, which is just going to have it where you're going to already be pairing 2 skills together regardless. So getting that Pursuer is just going to activate just every single time. You will get that damage boost, you will get that speed boost every single time. Like here, we could just do this as well and see, boom, and activated. It's just too easy to have things activate with these characters who just have such well pairings of their abilities. And look at how well his AoE and just stats go up once you go ahead and transform, once you go ahead and just build up all of these moves, right? We have such a big AoE that is just absorbing you in. Pair that with the Big Bang attack and no one's escaping that. Everyone's just dead. Or again, you could just pair that with the energy volley and boom, you're just doing so much damage just like that alone. Very, very nice character and very, very easy to learn for sure. But let's go ahead and hop into the next tank. Next, we have Zamasu, who not only has the body regeneration that gradually restores his HP via a gauge, and all you have to do to just build it up is hit an enemy skill, or just rush attack, and then the regeneration gauge will fill up. If your HP is not at max, it will consume the gauge and slowly heal up. And if your HP is at 0 and your gauge is filled up beyond a certain percentage, the gauge will just completely consume up to a certain point and then just give you a massive heal. His rush attack is just basically a physical attack as always. His heavenly arrow not only is a very good AoE, but just applies movement speed down. His divine rush is perfect for rushing into an opponent and lunging forward, while also pushing them back and taking you with them in a sense. His Fierce God Slicer is applying bleed while also able to be used while moving. So it is a very good chase down ability and making sure that you're able to do damage while just continuously rushing down the opponent. And his Project Zero Mortals, or his super attack, is possibly the easiest super attack to hit early game. And honestly, one of the only ones that you potentially can get that is just as free as him. It also gives you full immunity while casting it, and after it hits, the movement speed down will be applied in a AoE effect, and we'll go ahead and show all of that. So we can see here that I filled up the gauge to a certain extent, and we can see that it just fills up very, very easily. Like his heavenly arrow just applies it so well, right? Then I'll just have the enemy Vegeta. Actually, let me go ahead and turn his level up a bit. Let me just make it 5. So we can see here that he's just going to go ahead and attack us. Then once we just go ahead and run away for a second, our HP will just slowly heal up over time, and that gauge would be spent, right? Then if we just had the Vegeta go ahead and kill us, let's just turn his level up to 15, so that way he can just go ahead and do his damage as fast as possible to us. And also we can see there that it was gradually building up over time too. Just a gradual build up as well. And then just doing just the heavenly arrow at level 5 is able to just, again, give us just so much HP. Push back like that. Just do this for the movement speed down and get out if you need to. Like, look at this. Movement speed down and rush back. And even then, he's just not able to catch up with us. He is a very, very good unit, though. Or a very, very good character, I would say. Unfortunately, I can't show the, like, as much as I would want to show us being able to consume the gauge and get all of our HP back, we just can't. But now we can go ahead and talk about how the abilities look like at level 15 as well, or max level. We can see here, not only is the super attack, the Project Zero Mortals, again, just immune, like how we see here, how the barrier is given to our HP bar, but then the heavenly arrow just does so much damage, so much movement speed down. We go ahead and use this to be able to push the enemy wherever we want to go, or catch up to an enemy on top of that. And just, it's just so good and so easy. Top of that, if we go over here, because like I was saying earlier, for whatever reason it doesn't show it when, unless we're fighting this block, it just builds up so fast. Like, look at that, the heavenly arrow just built it up by nearly 50%, and then pair that with the divine rush and it's already at max again. But yeah, it can be a very, very nice just stopping unit with the Project Zero Mortals, Project Zero Mortals applying the movement speed down, the heavenly arrow applying even more movement speed down, and then you're just being able to chase down the opponent with divine rush, while also using the fierce god slicer to move, while also just again just applying continuous damage. He is so nice to use. The ones like Vegeta I would recommend you getting for the cards are just Super Snowball to either build up your damage or build up to build up your defense. I would personally recommend the build up just because I feel like as this character you want to be more of a defensive option than an offensive option, but other units like Goku and other damage dealers handle that out. Then for the next one, I would actually recommend either the Steel Skin or Solid Barrier, another defensive option. Honestly, I like to run Steel Skin a little bit more, but whichever one you personally find better is up to you. Lastly, Guardian Angel is my go-to with them, because you're going to be able to just restore so much HP with Zamasu, taking some damage for your allies, and having it where your heal is basically their heal is so nice, right? So you're just able to protect your team while also just, again, just fulfilling that tanking role. It is very, very good to just pick up the Guardian Angel because of that. And after that, like, you're just basically set. It's not really much to talk about after that. So let's go ahead and hop over to the next and final role. I just want to take a quick second and say to make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff if you are enjoying the content so far, because not only are we so close to 2K subscribers, but on top of that, we are going to be making more Gekishin Squadra videos like this in the future. So if you like the content, there's going to be more of it. Simple, right? But lastly, we have the technical role. I feel like Krillin is just by far not only the best one, but also the easiest one. Not only does his rush attack apply marked, which is just going to go ahead and shorten your skill cooldowns if you are able to hit an enemy with the mark. But on top of that, his energy mines are just mines that are on the battlefield that explode if an enemy gets close. That can only be disarmed if hit by an enemy's energy attack. That's not their rush attack. It has to be a specifically a skill. And if they are hit by it, they can't see anything that's not inside of the actual AoE unless they leave it. The solar flare will go ahead and blind enemies, apply the marked that we were talking about earlier, and also apply attack down, which is just such a powerful skill. Like, it's crazy. Lastly, we have a sort of missile strike with the scattering energy wave that will go ahead and follow the path that you set for the energy, while also exploding and applying marked 2, and also the smoke that we were talking about earlier. So he is just a vision disrupting like monster. On top of that, his Destructo Disc will track marked enemies and increase damage to those when there is 3 or more debuff status effects on top of them, and the number of disc will increase at level 3. So if we go ahead and see here, we just basically go ahead and use the mines to set up what would be a confrontation. The enemy would come close and basically just explode. And we can see there that the mines can even detonate one right next to each other. So one will go off and then the second will go off. Then you can apply the solar flare to just get out. And we can see there that as long as they have that little effect that has like the vision disrupting like symbol on it, we can just go around anywhere and be able to either position ourselves better or just run away. It is so good. And if a person is running away and you're not able to get them in time, you're able to just throw this and track them while also covering them in smoke so they can't see after you land that. And on top of that, if the enemy is even close to low HP, you just pop the Destructive Disc, another insanely easy ultimate to hit, especially early game. And again, it tracks enemies who are marked. So we just go ahead and do this. apply all of that. And then once he's marked, we'll just go and do this. And look at that. He's just dead. Now the cards are honestly just whatever you want. Like if you think that you're going to be doing a lot of attack, I would say go to Super Snowball. But honestly, like they're just the support ones are so nice that it is, again, just up to your playstyle. If you want to just have a lot of escaping with this character because you're going to be doing a lot of like the solar flaring and wanting to get out, then strategic escape would be a really nice one to do. Then you could either have it where you do the art of decoy, which is just going to give you a boost of movement speed and reducing your vantage step for cooldowns for 4 seconds, and all you have to do is be obstructed by an enemy hero, so like you just get out of there whenever you need. And lastly, you could either greatly shorten the cooldown for the skill landed after you I noticed my mic cut out at this last part, so I'm just going to go ahead and re-record this. But lastly, we have the backstab, which I do recommend for this character because after you go ahead and land a skill within the first 3 seconds of being discovered, you'll go ahead and have that skill have a pretty decent cooldown chunk just knocked off of it. And when this guy is going to be disrupting your vision a lot of the time, what you can just do is run in, use the solar flare, which is easy to hit already, and either run away or do it again. Like look at how fast that went up. Look at how many seconds of that was just deleted from it. And if we go ahead and just take off the cooldown for this, watch this. Walk in, solar flare. What was that? 8 seconds, 7 seconds I just got knocked off from that. You do that, and then you have a whole bunch of bombs put around the enemy, and if they want to follow you, guess what? They're gonna have to deal with all of the mines that you set. And it's like I was talking about earlier, when you have so many of these energy mines just set around the battlefield, it really just gives an unsettling feeling to anyone who's facing Krillin, because they're like, oh, is there a mine here? Am I gonna run away and just immediately lose half my HP or anything? It's quite crazy. Because watch, look at that. Look at how much damage it did. Sure, he's level 1, but you set all of these mines, and remember, this is a character who's not really supposed to be doing that much damage. He's just supposed to be a character who's helping out others. And sure, he's going to be helping out others with things like the solar flare, making sure that people can't see, doing things like this and putting a smoke screen with the scattering energy wave, doing things like this, doing so much damage with the Destructo disc. He's crazy. He really is crazy, and definitely a very fun character. But let's go ahead and hop into the last technical character. Lastly, we have 17, who unfortunately I don't have unlocked yet, so I cannot showcase them inside of the training like how we've seen. But they have the energy reactor ability, which will go ahead and allow you to use your skills again, even with them on cooldown, with that little bar that we see there, or the little gauge right below that HP bar. On top of that, every single one of the skills that you can use with it will go ahead and have an additional ability effect on top of that if you use it with the energy reactor passive. Firstly, the rush attack can cancel transformations if hit. When there is a lot of units like Goku and Vegeta who will want to transform mid-battle so that way they can get their energy or their health restored, you can just go ahead and stop that. It's one of the only rush attacks that I can think of that have an extra passive ability on top of it. It is such an oppressive ability with just the basic effects, right? Next, we have the barrier ball, which not only applies a debuff if a movement speed is activated on the enemy. So we can see here, enemies hit by the attack that have the buff movement speed up will just have it converted into the movement speed down instead. And if you're using the energy reactor ability on top of that, it will go ahead and do additional damage and will apply the debuff on top of it. The barrier knuckle will lunge forward and give you movement speed down to enemies hit by it. And on top of it, it will also stagger enemies when the skill is reactivated with the energy reactor. The android barrier is a powerful, just team protecting ability that will give you and a nearby ally HP. On top of it, it also gives you movement speed if it is activated with the energy reactor on too. Lastly, we have the counter barrier, which does so much. Like the Android Barrier, it gives you and an ally HP, while also applying no healing EX to enemies hit. And that purple bar that we see there above the Goku's HP is how long it'll last for. So around I wouldn't say that, maybe like 4 seconds is how long the enemy cannot have their HP recovered. The less HP you have, the more damage it'll deal too. And if you pair it with something like the Android Barrier, you're able to live almost any single confrontation. Your Android Barrier will survive skills, and then the super attack will survive other super attacks. He is such a nice character and very, very easy, very, very just beginner friendly character. If we go ahead and check here, the difficulty for this guy is so low compared to others, right? He's just really, really nice to learn and very, very nice. The only thing I will say is the reason why I don't have him above Krillin is because you will actually unlock the Krillin first just by playing the game, and you won't unlock 17 until you get to level 7. Until you get to level 12, and then you have the tier 2 characters unlocked. So that's why I will go ahead and put Krillin above 17, right? But we'll go ahead and stop there. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What mains are you guys using in Gekishin Squadra? And I hope you guys have a great week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.